boy was all juiced up because he's a big Reggie Bush fan. He's been following him since college and in high school. So like it don't matter what team he's on. He got a Reggie.
So he was a donor. What you're saying is that he's a USC alum.
Yeah. Reggie Bush. He has a Reggie Bush Saints jersey, a Reggie Bush Dolphins jersey. Now he's planning on getting a Reggie Bush Lions jersey. So he was happy about him going off on you guys. But at least I can say this other thing. I'm happy for an 0-4 Steelers team.
Yeah, they're coming.
Not everybody.
You get...
Well, I think there's a host on Lag Free that wouldn't be too happy about that, and I've been giving him crap about it too.
Yeah, Matt's been taken out of the chin this season, and certainly I know that you won't be afraid to pile on come the end of October after your bye when you guys host a primetime game for you. So hey, that'll be interesting to see, but the Steelers have been taking it on the chin this year.
Yeah, well, the best thing is between him and my old boss that I had. She's a huge Steeler fan too, so I've been like. She got so pissed off she bet me. Well, I bet you those Steelers will end up with a better record than the Raiders. And I'm like, okay. So every week I've been texting her, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. I'm getting closer to that money. But yeah, I don't know. As far as the Raiders go, I'm just disappointed in that McFadden got hurt again. Hopefully, like I said, it's going to be something small, and he can just bounce back and help us out next week because we're going to need that run game. And two, that just the fact that even Flynn is the backup and that he was a choice to put in there, he should have never been in the first place. Like I said, a backup to Jamarcus Russell of all people. Raiders fans all know about him. At LSU, a backup to Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, losing a starting job before the season started to Russell Wilson, and then losing his starting job to Terrell Pryor. I mean, everywhere he's gone, he's a backup, and not a very good one at that. So that's all I got to say about that. I really hope Pryor is able to go. If he's not, I hope they throw in the third stringer. And then it's some of the play calling too. Like when it was the inning of the second quarter, they decided to try to drive. They had like a whole minute left, and then instead of trying to go for a field goal, we messed up on this one. We got stopped on a run play. Let's just kneel the ball. Like, what? You wasted a whole minute for nothing. You could have done something with that minute.
That's the Lovie Smith 2-minute offense.
Oh, and then what was it with? Same thing with all you need to do is get a couple of inches. Matt Flynn goes for a quarterback sneak with a couple of inches and fumbles the ball. I'm like, you gotta be. All you gotta do is hike it, tuck it, and spit forward. You literally it was just like look, first down. Like, no. What's he do? Oh, I got the ball. Oh no, I don't have the ball. Oh my God! I mean, they were booing like crazy at that stadium.
I can imagine. You guys are relentless, but I'll give you guys credit for that.
But you know what? I'm keeping my head high. I had my Raider hat on today at work. It don't matter. I'm going to rep my team, win, lose, or draw. Right now, there's going to be more losses than wins, but we got to do what we got to do until, like I said, next year I think is going to be a big difference with all that cap space we're going to have. So right now, all we can do is go game to game.
Yep, that's all you can ask.
And hopefully we'll give them a game in San Diego, against San Diego, and hopefully we can upset the 0-4 or the 4-0 Chiefs.
There you go. Another upset. There you go.
which I've been also loving, by the way. I've been getting on a lot of Niner fans around here. Like I said, you don't know how it is between Raider and Niner fans. But I guess it's similar to your White Sox and Cubs fans, huh?
I would think so. I can't necessarily attest to. Well, there's the old stereotypes between the two. You guys want to go?
I don't know. I think. I guess I could see that. I don't have as strong of feelings as I once did in my younger days, but there's still, I still don't like the team. So I guess,
Well, see,
that's all. I mean, I guess I put everything else aside and become resigned to the fact, Matt, I really, in the end, I don't understand why you like that team, and I never will. But I'm past that. And
well, like with
that's
me,
the team you like, but I don't like them.
like around here, like with baseball, there's a little crap talking, but it's to a minimal, and we'll kind of root for each other's team. There's some people I give a hard time because I know they're bandwagoners, but like even in the playoffs, like last year, we were both rooting for both teams because we wanted to see another Battle of the Bay World Series like in '89. But
Minus the
feels like
earthquake.
A shot at the Cubs.
Yeah, minus the earthquake. But hey, at least we won that. but when it comes to football, it's like a whole just it's just way different. Like I don't know what it is about football, but it's just way different. And I guess, like I said, you guys probably don't get that since there's only one team in Chicago. So
Well, you get it with Packer fans, though, and there's plenty of Packer fans.
There's a lot of crossover, and there's just a lot of family things. Like, this is the way. I mean, I personally I used to work with this guy, Matt. You'll love this probably. He lived 2 blocks away from Comiskey, right? And he was
Okay.
he was a Cubs fan and a Packers fan. And that's just how it went down in his family. Like, his dad was a Cubs fan, was a Packers fan, so it just went down and down. So there's plenty of people that like the Packers around here. So I guess that's the only thing I could see similar. But man, that would be crazy if there were 2 football teams still in the city. And I know years and years and years ago there was, but if it was still to see what the allegiances would be and how that would all play out.
I think I'd be a Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Okay, because it would probably break down along the baseball lines, and that most Sox fans would be Cardinals fans, because that's how it was initially. And you had a lot of conversions to the Packers because, well, the Bears weren't very good for still a long time, but and the Packers were the Packers, so you saw a lot of allegiances drift north. And then it did become that thing where it was heretical and it was passed down. But wow, yeah.
And then it's funny how you just get some oddballs that just like teams. Like, why do you like that team? I got one of my best friends. He's born and raised right here in the Bay Area, and baseball is a Texas Ranger fan.
Oh, no one's a Texas Ranger fan. I don't believe they exist.
He's been as long as I've known this guy, and I've known him since I was a sophomore and he was a freshman. He's been a die-hard Texas. He has it tattooed. He has a Texas Ranger symbol tattooed on him.
Wow.
Hockey.
Love Kent Herbeck. What do you expect?
For hockey, he's a Detroit Red Wings fan.
Oh.
And college, he's a Michigan fan.
I have a guy that I work with. He is a Cubs fan, a Packers fan, a Wings fan, and a Michigan fan. So it's kind of yeah.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. I don't know about that. But whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
So
it's always interesting to see. You got my favorite one is I like how LeBron James is a Yankees fan and a Dallas Cowboys fan. That always kind of cracks me up.
So
whatever, people say they like whatever they like.
Yeah.
I mean,
So one of you guys is a Cubs fan?
Me and Brandon are both Cubs fans, and that's a South Side Sox.
Were you happy about the manager being fired?
Hey, we just got been talking about this, and it was seriously, I didn't know this was gonna happen. I mean, It's not like we needed like that would have been great if like last week Nostradamus predicted it or something that they found. But come on, like this was the plan. You knew maybe he's around for another year. If he
Yeah.
is, do they get 5 games better than the previous season? Because I mean, he had what he had, and that is what it is. But he made it. He had a 5 game improvement. So I mean, you went from winning 61 games to 66. So I mean, why not make the change now? I think I
Patrick,
think I think there's too many teams that wait around on stuff too long.
Yeah.
And Patrick, you don't get to hear a lot of his interviews like we do. He knew it. They've been asking him for a couple of months now if he thought he would be let go, and or if he thought he would be the manager next season. And you could just tell by his answers, he was like, "I would like to think I'll be here next year," and that's kind of like even how he said it. So he knew he was going to be gone. It was just kind of, it was part of the Cubs' plan. I think he knew it. I think they did him a favor by doing it, the day after the season was over, so he could possibly go get another job if someone will have him.
Yeah. Well, good luck to him, and good luck to your guys' team next year.
Well, we're still looking at 2015, so
Yeah.
next season.
That's what it's all about. 2015.
It's all about Friday
That's
for my team.
Should we name it 2015? The next disappointment.
The next 2003.
Yeah.
Oh man.
2003, 12 years removed.
Well, I mean, sorry to be so excited, but hey, I got Detroit on Friday, so.
Well, don't worry. The pitcher will not be able to, it won't find the plate. Their defense will throw the balls into the stands. That's just what the Detroit Tigers do. I was watching Moneyball on Friday, and man, every time I see that movie, I hate Joe Morgan a little bit more. But but I tweeted out there that I would love to see the White Sox do a wholesale approach and either become the next Moneyball and do something like that. Yes, having a little hawkism in there and call it TWTW, let the book be called that, which if you don't know, I think it was May this year, Hawk was on MLB Network, and he said, well, this team right now, it doesn't have what I call TWTW. And what that stands for is the will to win. Now,
it's just intangible stuff that makes people win. There's no substance to this theory whatsoever. It's just like it's like saying like, oh, that guy's got heart, and
yeah,
you can buy into that so much, but there's nothing that like. There's not going to be a line on the stat sheet for TWTW.
Yeah, there's no metric for that.
Well, see, the thing that drives me crazy, like you guys see Moneyball, but see, like there's a scene in there where Brad Pitt's driving on the Bay Bridge, right?
Yeah.
And he said, and he's listening to the radio, and it says, they were like, "I'm tired of this." It's an A's fan talking to a radio show. I'm tired of this. We're like the farm system for the Red Sox and the Yankees. And you don't know how many times I've said that myself. The thing that drives you crazy about being an A's fan, and I mean, granted, up to 2006, when we were in the hunt every year almost, up to 2006, like we'd make the playoffs or just barely miss the playoffs, but it was competitive. And then we went in this horrible slump until last year. But it's just like you get these players and you see how good they are, and then and it's so sad. The first thing that pops in your mind is, God, I hope he's still here in 3 years. Like, it drives me crazy because there's so many of our guys that we bring in fan favorites, and then they're gone because we can't afford to pay them. I mean, it's so crappy too that like our stadium, like I think it's flooded twice. Really, well, not flooded. The second time I forget what happened, but earlier this year, the pipes backed up, and there was like water and shit in the baseball locker room. They had to go upstairs to the Raider locker.